BassResinator here. This is a very large mold, and I've got it inside out. What you are looking at is a lion's face, and I am going to, and there's his mane. So what I'm going to do is dust this thing from the inside, and then I'll turn the mold back outside, or back normal, and then I'm going to stuff it with pieces of resin that didn't work out like I wanted to, so I'm not going to waste them. I'll just let them fill there, and then when I pour in new resin around it, it will just meld in with it, and the color that I have dusted will be the color you see on the outside, but it'll be full of other things. So his nose is going to be this tweed pink, and I'm using this Prime Crafting. It's a very light pink. That'll be at the nose. The eyes, I don't know if you can see that, black. And then I'm going to go around with golden yellow, coffee, and bronze and decorate the mane. So his snout is going to be this brown, no, not brown, coffee, and then his mane is going to be that bronze and golden yellow. So it'll be a mix and match. I'm going to try and make it look as real as possible. This, once you see this finished, it is an amazing mold, and I've had it for a couple of years, and I know it's made for candles and such, but it looks so awesome in resin. So those are the colors I'm going to be using. Let me get my paintbrushes, my paintbrush, and then little things that I'm going to be using to touch up the eyes and the nose, because those are not all that big of a space. So I will get back with you shortly. Okay, I'm going to start with the eyes. Actually, the nose, because the nose is in their ways. I'm going to use one of these little makeup brushes to dab it. A little dab will do you. So that area right there is the schnoz that I'm going to be doing right in here. Come on now. Ooh, the lion sleeps tonight. Ooh, Bumberay. And I gotta get a little bit of stuff away. I will use a special wipey cloth. Whim away, a 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 whim away. If I had my machine, my audio machine, I could put all my voice together. I have done that in the past, and it's a lot of fun singing with myself. Okay. There's the nose. Now here are the eyes, and I'm going to touch those with black. And I got to get these colors down first, because once I start doing the the browns and the golds and stuff. Well, that's just going all over the place. That one's fine. That one is like, what? What? What kind of fool? And some spilled down here by the nose. No, can't have that. And what I want to do once I get this out of the mold is come back with a gold UV resin and go over the top of that black that's on the eye. Really make it look amazing. Okay, so there is the nose and the eyes. Okay, put this cover back on. Put that one over here, that one over here. Okay, I'm just going to open all of these. And have them ready because I'm going to mix and match to make it look as authentic as possible. Yes. And this mica is super, super shiny. So when it comes out, it's going to be this, it's going to look like a metal statue type of thing. Get any on there? Yeah. Get his face with this coffee color. Wow. I've made 2 of these and they didn't last very long. People saw them and they're like, oh, I gotta have it. And I'm like, okay. The first one I made, and I had it sitting here, and the guy came and he says, you know, if you had some more, because I had it just gold, if you had more coloring so that it would look more natural, I would buy it. So I made one. He came and bought it. So look at that. Wow. Okay, now for the flowing mane. And I got my gloves on because when I use just my fingers and I go to turn the mold inside out, the oil on my hand takes a bunch of this stuff off, and I'm hoping that the gloves will prevent that. Okay, so here's where I'm mixing and matching now. Big mess all over the work surface. Now, I'm gonna go, now that this is open, or closed up, I'm going to go in with a little bit more just in case I dislodged any. Quite dirty. Now, I don't know if you can see his face, but it's a super detailed mold. And it's an amazing. Now, get some resin mixed up, and I'm going to get some pieces of old pieces to put up in here. Okay, I'm going to start putting some old pieces in. I've got a half a heart. And another heart that was kind of cool, but then it had a big old hole on the side. But it was coming out so neat. But nope, he's going in there. A sphere that I was just dumping leftover resin into. And another sphere with some leftover resin. That one's too big. That one looked kind of cool, but too much white came up to the front or to the top. Dog hair. Come on, get down in there. Oh, it's sticking up. Come on. Maybe I need something a little bit smaller. Okay, let me look for some more stuff. Be right back. Some koi that didn't come out exactly like I wanted. Don't be coy, true heart of mine. Now my thing is, these will have a tendency to float if I don't get them there. Okay, now I don't have to mix up nearly as much resin to go in there. Okay, now let me mix up some resin. Okay, I got the deep pour resin mixed up, and I mixed in the bronze color from that I dusted in here, but just in case any of that dust came off, we'll be able to cover it with this color. So now, mixed up 8 ounces. Have no idea how we're doing. It's getting awfully close. That's why you use all that extra used resin. And by doing that, it doesn't act as if it's a really deep mold. Okay, well, what I will do is I will mix up a little bit more and put it in there, and then just let it cure up. So I'll see you when it's time to demold, and you are going to love this, guarantee. Okay, see ya. I think this guy is cured. I'm feeling, and I'm squeezing hard, and I don't feel any soft areas other than the mold being soft. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Give it the good old college try. I did have a little overpour, I guess. Put that down there. I can see right now, I got this little lip right here. I'm going to have to file that down because that will be sharp. This thing sticking to my mat. Silicone on silicone. That's not a good sign. That probably means there was an air pocket somewhere with that resin. Look at that. Isn't that something else? Yeah, you see here's the little pockets down under here. Those I can put some UV resin in there. But wow. That is amazing. Cool. So yeah, this, see that pink mica that I put on there with the gold or this copper resin, it changed the pink to a darker, more natural looking nose. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair these spots on the bottom. Will you stay there? Yes. Okay. Now let me get a little cup. Put some UV resin in there. It's not that these are going to be seen, but if you go to pick this thing up and you grab a hold of that, not going to feel good. So that's why we're going to fill these in. Now that as a pocket. And if there's any sharp edges after I do this, I can come back with a file and just go over it. I probably should just stop right here. Let me see, is that a spot where it, yep. But you see all that, those other pieces of resin that I put in here to fill it up, can't see them because I dusted this mold. So that's one way you can use up your, I don't know if you want to call them mistakes, or your pieces that don't match the quality you want to have. You just stick them in something like this, because this is a heavy, heavy, heavy piece. I'll weigh it for you after I finish doing all of this. Might have been easier just to, in fact, I think I'm just going to do that. Get the bottle. No, not the bottle, the little thingy right here. Whoop. Now I got to use that. I'll just get after this with this little flashlight right now, and then I'll put it under the bigger unit. What I'm doing here is doing a real quick fast cure to hold this in place, and then I'll put it under the lamp, and then it'll cure all the way through. Now I do need a little bit more in these two spots. And it looks like I need a little bit over here. Oh yeah, that whole thing is loose. It's the problem with this mold. You can't see this area because it's up underneath, and I didn't do the squeezy wheezy, and I should have. Oh, I'm looking and I see a little spot on his chin. You can't see it, but I will take care of that one as well. Oh, it's a big old hole. I touched it and there was a gap. I mean, a little bit of resin that had held it in place. But that's going to hold quite a bit of resin in there. And then I can go over this after I'm done with the chrome marker. Oy, get in there. And that chrome marker will hide any imperfections. See, there's still a gap underneath here. Won't let me cure that part. No, there's a big amount that still needs to go in there. Well, I'm going to have to do this in layers. Okay, I'll come back to you in a bit. Okay, that got those all taken care of. This has a little bit of a sharp edge, so I will file it. Not violet, file it. On the back side. I don't want somebody coming along and grabbing this and then going, ooh, the lion bit me. Ooh, the lion bit me. Okay, now there's a little bit of rough edge right back there. Okay, so now wipe that off with microfiber cloth. I'm going to go around this edge with some scissors. Cut that. That once it totally cures will be super sharp. So get that part of it off. It's too soft at this point right here to go with my deburring tool, so I'll just trim away with scissors. You can see how soft that is right here. Going over that with the scissors and just folding away. Okay, that got the majority, and when that cures up all the rest of the way, I'll be able to just sand over that real fast. Now, let me get this stuff cleaned up. And I'll show you one more step. Oh, come on now. Oh, I know how I can get that cleaned up real fast. Okay, it's going to make some noise. Packing tape will pick up all of those pieces of resin that I just trimmed off. There we go. Tape has a purpose. Okay, now remember, this is a different color than this. So I'm going to use this marker that's a bronze color. And I'll try and blend it in. Not bad. Blend it in. Yeah. Now I'm going to use gold on these other points. That I touched up. Those are done. So now, well, let me get this lid back on there. I'll just let those dry. I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to do his eyes still. So I'm going to take care of that. I'll not come back to you. I'll show you in the final pictures, the glamour shots of this guy. And you'll be able to see the eyes. Notice they're kind of dark right now. They're not going to stay that way. Okay? Just telling you right now. Cool. What a lion. The main thing about this lion is his mane. One of the things that really cracks me up, if you look at it from behind, it looks like some guy with a wonderful flowing head of hair, or woman too. But just, yeah, really cool. Okay, we will, first off, I need to thank all my subscribers for joining us in this lion No, that was good. Just a little bit of ink had come out, and I grabbed it with my glove, and now I got wonderful. Well, let's do this. Put a little bit of alcohol down, a little bit of alcohol on the glove. Clean that off. There we go. Thank you for some subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, click subscribe. It's free. And then click the little bell down there, and anytime I do something new, you'll see it. Boy, this guy is wonderful. Okay, we'll see you for the next one. Stick around for the glamour shots. This guy's just too pretty to miss those. We'll see you.